Greetings, family. Peace, love, and positive thinking. This is Guru. Thanks for visiting my channel. Today's vlog is about a pastor who has been fired at church and then arrested for impregnating a 15-year-old girl from his youth group. He is a white male, 35 years of age. Let's go to the story. So, family, a youth pastor at a rural Pennsylvania church has been fired and arrested on statutory sexual assault charges after police said he admitted to impregnating a 15-year-old girl, according to the Associated Press. Police said the youth pastor, 35-year-old Wesley Blackburn, told his wife he was having an affair with the girl and that he wanted a divorce. Distraught, Blackburn's wife reportedly turned to Jim Espinshade, the senior pastor of Faith Brethren Bible Church in New Paris, Pennsylvania, about 100 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. Quote, "I was shocked, absolutely shocked," unquote, Espinshade told WJAC News. Quote, "You work with him and you're there and you're thinking, how could this happen? Question mark. How could this be? How could he do this?" Blackburn's wife told him she didn't know what to do, Espinshade told the news station. And I said, "I do." Espinshade told the station that he rounded up the church's other leaders in the parking lot along with Blackburn, and they fired the youth pastor immediately, then called police. Quote, "We didn't even care to what he had to say. We don't tolerate this kind of stuff," Espinshade told the station. Quote, "It's inappropriate, it's reprehensible," unquote. Blackburn is a father of 5 who met with 7th and 8th grade students weekly, according to WJAC. And so, with that said, and on that subject, while we're on this, I think they should investigate some of his other dealings with other students, other of his dealings with these young kids. He sounds like a serial pedophile, if you ask me. But that's just my opinion. But I would definitely look into the matter. But I digress. Let me get back to this story. So, PennLive.com tweets, "State police say the wife of 35-year-old Wesley Blackburn reported him last week to the pastor who called police. Youth pastor who fathered teen's baby arrested. He's been charged with 1 count of corruption of minors and 84 counts each of statutory sexual assault and indecent assault." Blackburn was arrested at the church on the afternoon of October 6th and was still packing up his belongings when a Pennsylvania state police officer arrived, according to the Tribune Democrat. But, family, before I go on, I just want to point out something while it came to my mind. It's awfully strange that there's so many rape allegations, rape charges, and rape stories and rape accounts coming out of the state of brotherly love, Pennsylvania. You have the 20-year-old alleged charge of rape by a white woman against Nate Parker at Penn State. You also had the vicious, how can I put this? He was a convicted white serial child predator. Those are the words of the Dr. Umar Johnson. And who I'm speaking of is Jerry Sandusky, who also comes out of Penn State. He was a Hall of Famer there. And I just want to say there's other rape cases also that's come out of Pennsylvania. But I digress. I'm just saying that it just seems like there's a lot coming from that state. Rape. But anyways, it goes on to say a probable cause affidavit detailed how long Blackburn had allegedly known and had a sexual relationship with the girl, the paper reported. Blackburn told the trooper that he had met the girl in 2009 when he first came to Faith Brethren Bible Church, and that they grew closer after she joined his youth group in 2014, according to the affidavit. Blackburn said he and the girl developed a physical relationship in March, the affidavit said. Now, before I go further into this, I'm just surprised, and they must have really kept this under wraps very well, for other church-going members to not recognize a 35-year-old man having this relationship build up with this 15-year-old. I'm just saying, they must have thought it was normal behavior for no one to notice. And maybe that's why so many priests in Catholic churches get away with so much of this sexual abuse and sexual fantasies with kids and pedophilia. But anyways, getting back to the story. When the trooper informed Blackburn that the girl was pregnant, Blackburn acknowledged that he was the child's father, according to the affidavit. The trooper then took Blackburn into custody. As of Friday, Blackburn remained in the Bedford County Jail, unable to post bond on 1 count of corruption of minors and 84 counts each of statutory sexual assault and indecent assault, the AP reported. Bedford County District Attorney Bill Higgins told WTAJ News the investigation is ongoing and that the church leaders did the right thing in contacting police. Quote, everybody acted appropriately as soon as the information was found out, unquote, Higgins told the news station. Quote, the church acted appropriately and has been cooperative with the investigation. There is no indication that anybody knew about it other than the 2 people involved. As soon as it was discovered, it was immediately reported to the authorities who took prompt action, unquote. Yet again, family, another example of another white male who is looking at jail or prison time if they don't buy their way out of this one. You know, because the white folks, they have their own set of rules for themselves. So we'll see how this turns out. But we have another white male who has committed a sexual abuse and is charged accordingly. And in this case, it's a 35-year-old white male having sexual relations with a 15-year-old girl who he took advantage of, by the way. So anyways, family, I just wanted to share this. Again, I just find it odd that there's so many cases coming out of Pennsylvania. Again, the Jerry Sandusky and his pedophilia of charges against him, and come to find out, you know, thankfully through Dr. Umar Johnson, I found out that a little bit of history behind Sandusky, where his charges, his 50 or so charges of sexual abuse and misconduct, him and his wife and family are trying to challenge the courts to overturn his conviction. His conviction that many of his victims have testified against him. It's so dirty. It's just filthy nasty. And so hopefully they do not fall for that. But once again, an affluent white male who wants to get away with sexual abuse of kids. And yet again, this pastor, thank God, No pun intended. But thank God this monster was caught. And they did the right thing by turning his butt in. So family, hope you like this vlog. If you have any comments, please leave a comment below. If you like this comment, please like, share, and if you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you subscribe. This is Guru, peace, love, and positive thinking. I'm out.